I'd love to see Southgate bang you clean out.
Not going to happen, is it? Not going to happen. It's the flair on the edge of everything.
He could do a job.
Look at that.
He's coming in weighing a bit heavy as well, by the way. Been in the gym a couple
10 minutes
times.
before that, it was like, yeah, so I'm going to the scene now, so be up at
be ready.
Yeah, who is it?
Turn around. Well, you on a golf course?
I'm playing golf, you tit. There's a lot of imposters in football. Did their way into football clubs.
Rio was talking about slapping a ref. How's it going with that?
Welcome everybody to the first ever proper episode of the Williams and Stephen Howson podcast, which is still unnamed.
Unnamed.
Could be Lose Your Head because we're very partial to losing our heads, or it could be The Show's a Shambles because currently it's a little bit of a shambles, but we talk shit and we're happy to do so. How was my intro? For someone that does intros all the time.
Can tell you that you've worked with the BBC.
Really?
Yeah.
So, but I learned from Gary.
There was less dad jokes than Gary would have thrown in. He'd have thrown in a dad joke. That'd have been proper warming up all week.
All right, he's my mate, so leave off.
Well, he's my mate too, but let's not pretend that he didn't throw dad jokes in.
We've got dad jokes.
I asked him, we had him on Late Night Vibe during the Euros, and we asked him about his dad jokes. And he said he was inspired by Des Lynam.
Well, to be fair, that's a legend in the game.
National treasured a pair of them. Maybe we need more dad jokes and less...
To get this up and running?
Being raw dickheads.
Also, if some of you feel like commenting in the comment section and let us know what you want to talk about, tell us what you want to hear and we'll run through it. We'll give you our take on it. Question.
What?
For you.
Well,
why is it that you dislike Mr. Gareth Southgate when everyone else thinks he's done a good job? I'm not sure. What? Just give us it.
All right, I'm going to flip it a little bit.
Do you dislike him?
Yeah.
Why?
So I'm not an England fan. I think you know that anyway, don't you?
No, I didn't know that.
I mean, you did.
Are you a fan of what international team?
None.
All right, cool. Go, keep going.
When we went and watched England-Senegal, where was I? Because you was with
the
me
Senegalese bop. With the Senegalese bop.
Having a right good time I was. Was I with all the 10 German bombers locked down at that end?
All right, cool.
I was in with the drums giving it some shoulder work.
Yeah. You had some funny looks, mate, but it was entertaining. But fair enough, you're not an England fan. We've covered that. Is it because of Gareth Southgate? If a new manager come in, would you be an England fan?
No.
Or you're not asked, right?
No,
okay.
People who watch me will know, and I think a lot of United fans line up the same thing. The treatment of David Beckham and then the subsequent treatment of United players, not just with England, but on the international scale, and majorly with England. Just, half of Wembley singing "Stand Up If You Hate Man Utd" is 6 United players in the team. It's the constant mistreatment of United players, and the World Cup, no different. Raheem Sterling gets to go home and watch Love Island for a week, and comes onto the pitch before Marcus Rashford, who was just rounding into some ridiculous
that's what he was
form.
doing. Not sure that's why he went home. Just to clarify that, but anyway.
All right, but we don't know that he wasn't doing that.
Okay, maybe he did watch an episode. Not sure.
Right. So Raheem Sterling's gone home for a week.
So
and
do you
back.
think that Gareth Southgate has got a vendetta against Man United?
Maybe. I think he's got a vendetta against players with any level of flavour in them.
Doesn't like the sauce. No sauce.
No. He is a dry pasta eating, ready salty crisps. Like,
you're saying he has pasta, what?
I reckon
no olive oil?
Sparkling water. I'm not here for that.
Ready salted crisps, nothing more?
Yeah.
No prawn cocktail?
Absolutely not.
No roast beef monster munch?
Far too adventurous for him.
Wouldn't go that.
Look at his team. What's this England team, right? As a centre-half, you must look at this England team and think it's an embarrassment of centre-halves.
To be honest,
for England.
I don't think it's England's strongest point. I watch
very
Wales.
Political answer.
I watch Wales.
Absolutely bottled it.
I watch
very
Wales.
political
I
answer.
watch Wales.
They're shit defensively. So if you've got a shit defence, but you've got talent in midfield and attack, what are you going to do? You go get Kevin Keegan in for starters, and you go and win every game 4-3, and you have a right good time.
So just for the post-match interview, at least.
Gareth Southgate out here trying to bore the piss out of teams. Why? And then you have the opportunity in...
Do you not think he's done a good job? Because I personally think I'm not an England fan, the biggest England fan ever. I obviously follow Wales if they're on at the same time. But from the outside, it looks like he's done an all right job.
I expect better from you.
No, what I want from you is to put the United shit aside and say, if you think he's done a shit job, not regardless of the United situation, then fair enough. Are you tainted because...
No, it's tainted because I think I watch enough of a variety of football to know good football from poor football. And I think I watch enough football to know that what that team is capable of doing is greater than he got out of it. Now, people go, he got to a final, he got to a semi-final. Right, cool. He beat nobody in the run-up to those. England qualification, you're getting 10 wins out of 10 because you're playing the likes of Moldova and Malta and San Marino, right? It's almost not fit for purpose. Nations League, he got relegated. People seem to forget that when he's talking about Gareth Southgate's performance as England manager. But England got relegated. And now that's playing against teams of England's peerage. And he got relegated. Whenever he comes up against those teams, he's got the opportunities to try the likes of Ivan Toney. Called him up.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I'm
with you on that. I do feel like it calls people up that are in form and then doesn't get them on the pitch or gets them on for like a few minutes.
This latest call-up, I've started as many Premier League games as Calvin Phillips has this season, and Calvin Phillips gets a call-up. Explain that. Harry Maguire has watched more games at Old Trafford than I have this season. He gets a call-up.
Have you just likened yourself to Calvin Phillips in centre mid? Because this is why the show's called Shambles.
Is what I said not factual, though? He started 0 Premier League games. Come on down. Explain that to me.
I don't know. I like him. I think he's a good player. I'd also call him up.
Ahead of people that are doing better?
Give me an example.
I can't off the top of my head.
Okay.
James Ward-Prowse. Sorry, there you go.
Good point. Wonder what everyone thinks at home.
And it's not just that example. There's been multiple examples of all of that sort of stuff. His record against the top 20 teams, right? Or was it top 15 or top 20? Anyway, it's somewhere in the region of like 22% win rate. Now, if you put the top 20 into a league format, that is relegation form. And that's how you should look at it like that.
On top of that, if you're eating ready salted crisps and no sauce,
water. Dry pasta.
No sriracha and nothing.
Just like boiled in water and served up. Can you imagine?
You might be doing him a disservice, but...
I might be doing him a disservice.
No spice.
Do you reckon he's ever banged with the lights off? Or on, sorry.
Well, the thought of Gareth Southgate in that position has never, ever, ever entered my mind.
Do you know when he puts that waistcoat on, do you reckon he tucked his shirt into his underpants?
I've been enjoying the waistcoat with the beads. There was a bit of sauce. Listen, he switched it up.
No, it wasn't.
At some point, he switched it and went, I'm going to put 4 beads on my wrist and look cool. Covered. International break.
Dull. Boring. Uninspiring.
Going to watch the games, though.
Yeah. Coming up tonight, live on my channel. Watch out for a reaction.
I'm going to watch it just to come back on and maybe say you was wrong, because I think he looked good in his waistcoat and beads.
Underpants and his shirts and his underpants, ain't it, though?
Who does that?
He's a Y-front guy.
Do you do that?
No, but I guarantee Gareth Southgate
Do people do that? The shirt in the underpant?
I guarantee he's done that. Prove me wrong.
Interesting.
Prove me wrong.
I wonder if anyone else out there tucks the shirt into the underpant. That's a new one.
Gareth Southgate does.
It's unnecessary.
I believe Gareth Southgate does.
I hope he doesn't. Because now I don't like him.
There you go. See? Ready salted crisp, plain pasta.
Does he like
shirt tails in his underpants? And they're Y fronts as well.
But the thing is,
aggressively tight Y fronts.
I'd just love one question. Do you eat roast beef Monster Munch? Yes or no? That's it. Like, I can judge a man off that straight away.
We can get into St George's Park with that.
We could not get in St George's Park with that. You'd get kicked straight out.
I may or may not have had a phone call last week from someone who sounds like Mole Mayer, right? And Mole Mayer might have said, I can't go to St George's Park next week. Do you want to go instead of me? And I've been like, I don't think I can go.
Dude, you wouldn't have got him.
I've said far
too much
fortress
anyway, and you wouldn't have got in there.
About the, I think it would have been accredited.
Yeah,
but someone would have spotted me and gone.
You'd have had a tear up straight away. Very vocal. Imagine it was. I'd love it if you went and Gareth Southgate stuck it on you, stuck it straight on your toes.
But here's the thing, right? He won't. because there's no source in him. So here's what would have happened. He would have gone and told the PA, who would have gone and told the media team, and then the media team would have gone, excuse me, Mr. Southgate's asked if you would leave the premises.
I'd love to see Southgate bang you clean out.
Not going to happen, is it? Not going to happen.
I doubt it, but it would
He'd be like,
fun.
can someone go and evict him? I'm just going to go and eat. I've got a multi-pack of ready salted in the office. I'm going to go and have a bit of a moment with.
Do you reckon when he's on a mad one, he goes salt and vinegar, like at the maddest?
Yeah, I bet he texts his missus.
I'm going to have the salt and vinegar.
I've had a Diet Coke and some salt and vinegar, and I need to go and sit down. We've got a sugar rush.
Oh, we've covered it. International break.
Right, I've got something we need to talk about this week, which is, I love it. I've got to say, I love it, but I think it's been a bit controversial. I'd like to know your thoughts on it.
Okay.
So can I show you the video?
Show me the video.
So what we're going to see, which most of you might have saw, is the West Ham, what are they called these days? The fitness coach. I don't know. They give himself all sorts of daft names. Warms people up.
Head of sports science.
Yeah, something. He
Strength and conditioning
warms
coach.
people up.
Power development coach.
The enthusiasm, we'll show you the clip.
Right.
I'm going to show you now. Right. I like it though.
It's the flair on the edge of everything.
He could do a job.
That.
No, he could do a job for them, for West Ham.
Just on passion alone?
Does your paddock fitness coach warm up the lads like that?
Nothing like that.
I reckon if I played fit, I'd be bang up for it after.
Is that the bar? Or mad confused about how much pre-workout he's had.
He's juiced up right there, isn't he?
Mate.
He's pumped. What?
I've never been so enthusiastic about anything in my life as much as he is about that warm-up. So on Vibe 5 last week when we did it, Rio was talking about slapping a ref, and then loads of you sent us the video of him doing it. So here's that. How's it going with that?
What's he done? First off, he likes to get on top of the... He's a bit of an attention seeker in a goal, because he likes to get on top of the...
I don't reckon he ever moves as quick on a pitch as when someone else has scored. That's the fastest he...
Why he's getting up there, I don't understand. He always has to get up there. But what's gone through his head to go, bosh, he's getting one round the chop.
Whack.
Did he get a booking for it or anything?
No, he said he shit it because he was like, oh, God, can't do that.
Well, yeah, he's done more than Mitrovic did last week.
Steady, because the Daily Mail now is probably going to make a link between Rio slapping that ref.
But let's just have it right.
And causing this.
Let's just have it right. He's give him a little dig, hasn't he? Which I enjoyed. Do you know what I hope? I hope that the ref... Who was the ref? Did he say?
He said it on the video, I can't remember who it was.
Marvin Bennett, but I hope the ref had a laugh about it and understood it.
Clearly
it wasn't serious. Like, let's not get too serious about everything. But I'd love to know did he explain what was going through his head when he just thought, he's there, let me just swing out my arm.
He's just celebrating.
Got overexcited.
Yeah. And he thought, let's give the ref a slap, way, and then realised and gone, oh shit.
Tell you what's bothered me about him this week, as we were on the subject of him. Have you seen this?
Talk about, putting yourself forward for the next Bond role.
Do you think that's what he's doing?
Desperate for it. Daily Telegraph. He's coming in weighing a bit heavy as well, by the way. Been in the gym a couple of times.
10 minutes before that, it was like, so I'm going to the scene now, so be
ready. Be ready to film me.
How many? 2 photographers. Yeah, thanks, cool.
So a feature of this show is we're going to try to randomly FaceTime people in our phone book and see if they answer and basically chat shit to them.
How long before we get an injunction against us?
Well, probably not long, but who cares? We'll try and give you as much as we can. We got a target this week.
Try JJ.
I'm not doing JJ because he's not ready for it. We're not doing JJ. Do that one. He's going to be fucking brilliant. FaceTime as well. Have you met him? Do you know him?
No, I've never met him.
FaceTime him.
Yeah, who is it?
Turn him out. It's fucking Ashley now. Why are you on a golf course?
I'm playing golf, you tit.
Why else would he be on a golf course?
Well, listen, we were doing a podcast and we called people and we called you because we want to know quickly what you think of sports science in football and football terminology.
Sports science?
Yeah, football terminology.
Obviously, I've done it. I've managed 7 teams. So I am aware of it and I do take it on board and the GPS and all that. But...
And all that.
You've still got you've still got 1v1 battles going on all over the pitch, and that's down to how you've been brought up, desire and determination. That's more important than sports science.
I'm with you all day.
Obviously, the fitness coaches can tell you like things that you didn't know about. You've trained too much or whatever, but there's a lot of and I think you've heard me say this. There's a lot of imposters in football who've swallowed a laptop.
Name them.
Bullshitted their way into football clubs. If all the money was in rugby, they'd find their way into rugby. And what they do, because I've been there myself as manager, they come out with these words, long words that you obviously don't know what they mean. So then, once you've worked out what they mean, and it's something simple like, for example, trust the process. that used to mean stick to the plan.
Turn it on.
Now it's called trust the process. Once you've worked out what that means, they invent another word then to keep them in a job. Bullshit.
Dean, should we invent our own phrase and start using it? See if we can get it into the lexicon. Let's have a think. Let us know in the comments. Right, Dean.
Ash, as you know, when you played football, you went to bed on Friday night. You knew which striker you were playing against, and you were determined not to let him embarrass you first and score past you second. And you had that in your head before, so your whole life revolved around that. Not about stats.
Yeah,
I ain't letting him score tomorrow. I've got to be fit. I've got to eat the right food. I've got to be ready. And more importantly, I've got to be more determined than him.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, all week when you was the assistant coach, I was at Stockport County and I'd have you zinging balls at me and going, you couldn't have fucking controlled that before you come here. Remember them days?
Well, yeah. You had them touch finders on. You know, I played with players like you. You hit one down the channel and you keep chasing it and it just goes out of play.
Right, Dean, see you in a bit.
Hey, see you, Ash.
See you, Dino, top man. He's gold dust, Dino. Gold dust. You could do it would be a better show with him.
Where's he live?
I don't know, but I do know a story that so Neil Taylor got dropped off in a taxi in Wrexham Way or somewhere. Taxi man went, "Oh, you must know Dean Saunders, don't you?" He went, "Yeah, obviously." And he went, "He's a bit of an arsehole, isn't he?" He went, "Why? What's up with him?" He went, "I dropped him off a few weeks ago at his gate." And he went, "Oh, cheers, mate. I'll just call another taxi to get to the house." So a random taxi man who didn't find it funny.
Clearly, still holding a grudge. Tell everyone about it.
He used to have me off. I was playing for Wales, League 2. And disrespect was fucking stinking from him. But he was a great guy. One time, shit himself. Big Toshak. Massive. Dino, zinging balls. So, you know, like now, it's like, oh, don't shoot because you might pull an hammy after training or whatever. He was the worst.
So your activation?
Yeah. So he'd be rolling them out, zinging balls. He fucking zinged one about 50 yards straight off Tosh's head. I've never seen him move as quick. Sorry, Gaffer. Fucking bang.
Well, Tosh a bit tasty.
Hey, what?
Tosh a bit testy and tasty.
Well, no, I don't know, but he was a fucking big man.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fuck with him. He had a big, solid head. I reckon he could fucking take one. I don't think he put his shirt in his fucking boxers.
No, I reckon. Not one of them, no.
No.
Anyway, let us know which managers you think like Beef Flavour Monster Munch and who you think are the Ready Salty type. Let us know who you want us to prank call next week. I can already see half of this list, in all honesty. You got Gareth Southgate's number?
No. Sure we could get it.
Pretty sure we could get it. Don't think he'll answer, though.
No, because he'll be eating Ready Salted. According to you.
Yeah, we don't know for sure that he eats Ready Salted.
I'd like to know. Thanks for watching. If you're still watching...
what are we going to call it?
Listen, if you're still watching, can you give us a title of the pod, please?
And a good lawyer's number. Or an above average lawyer's number. That'd be good. Good's dear, innit? Anyway, right, see you next week.
Bye-bye.